Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on the video. Today, like it said, we're going to be setting cartridge overall length for this particular rifle hunting application. It's an old Mauser sporterized over to 270, but this is how I was taught to do it a long time ago. This is how I keep doing it. And it's a pretty easy process. Basically, you're setting the jump, or you're trying to figure out the cartridge length, and then you're going to seat the bullet back further to get its proper jump before it connects with the lands. So here we go, step one. Basically, this is a bolt action rifle, and that's how the cartridge engages the bolt, and that's how we're going to at least do this video, is with a bolt action. And we'll drop this in. First step, you're going to want to make sure your bolt is in and closed. And then what I use and have used is a wooden dowel, about 36 inches long ish. Yeah, that's just smaller than the caliber that you're shooting. And I use wood because I don't want to insert steel into the barrel and scratch up the rifling or anything like that. So we're going to slide the wooden dowel down till it engages the bolt. You can feel it tap. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of tape and you're going to mark that right where it meets with the crown. I've already done it here. You're going to pull that back, disengage your bolt. Now you're going to take the bolt completely out. I'm trying to do it one-handed. Bolt out. Now you're going to take your bullet, whatever bullet that you want to use, because you're going to have to do this for each different manufacturer and different weight of bullet, because they're all going to be different how they seat in there. I am using the Barnes TSX 270 130 grain boat tails, and here is it. And what we're going to do is insert the bullet into the chamber. I'm trying to light it up here a little bit. We're going to try and seat the bullet into there, and then we'll get the measurement off of it. And that just slide that up in there. I don't know if you can see it without the flashlight there. You can kind of see it. It's starting up in there. And then what I use is an old cleaning brush rod. There. And you push it up till it meets the lands. I don't put a lot of pressure on it, just snug. And again, you're going to want to do this two-handed. I'm doing it one. But now you're going to slide that wooden dowel till it engages the bullet. Excuse me. Now, make sure we're seated in there. You're going to take a piece of tape and you're going to mark that. The crown of the rifle. There. Okay. Pull that out. Now you take your wooden dowel out. Now, you're going to measure that distance. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. So there, you're going to measure between the two pieces of tape. And you're going to come up with your measurement. This one is 3.203. Now you're going to take that measurement and you're going to want to consult the manufacturer of the bullet. They are going to have a recommended jump, like Barnes X recommends. You can see here, I went to their website. They recommend you shooting several groups each with a different seating depth. Start at 50 thousandths and move back to 150, and they say even up to 0.25 depth further back. But you're just looking for that sweet spot. Now, like I said, the different bullet manufacturers, and especially the different weights. Like here I've got a Nosler. These are both 150s, but they're 270 caliber. But even between the Nosler and the Spear, the overall cartridge length of just doing this method changed 13 thousandths of an inch, and that could equal a lot of pressure. So that's why I would recommend that you only that you measure it for each bullet, because it's going to change, and especially different weights of bullet, because the profile is going to be different. So then you're going to take those numbers, like this one was 3.203, and you're going to subtract your 0.050, and then you're going to seat the bullet to that depth. Now this one I've already worked up 3 test loads. Let's see. That was a rough measurement, so hope we're close here. So the first one I've got is a 3.17 one, and that is no change in the powder. Same powder type and grain with a match primer. And all we're testing is to see what the rifle likes for group set, or for the jump. Here's the next one. A little bit, I'm sorry, this one would be the next one further back. And this one's 3.146. And then this one is 3.121. And I stopped there because they are getting seated back pretty far. Just want to, I'm only doing 3-shot test loads, because if you haven't heard, we're on a shortage for things, primers, powders, and such. The other limiting factor that you may run into on the magazine, or the when you load them in, you may be limited. You may have to seat back further than what you may think is ideal, or a starting point, or the recommended starting point, just to fit in to the magazine well and be able to chamber up and out correctly. So that may be a factor as well. And you definitely want to check that before you head out to the range. Make sure they're loading down in there properly. And then that'll give you your starting point. I think that about covers it. We'll shoot another video when we go out to try these out. That's just to give you the way that I measure, get the starting point for the overall length that each rifle and each bullet is going to want, and then I go from there with seating the bullet back further away from the lands, and then stick with that, and then work a powder load up from that. Because you do want to have a fairly accurate, even in a hunting rifle, an extremely accurate load and group size, just to have that peace of mind that your shots are going to be on target and no questions, So, like I said, hit the subscribe button. That helps us out a lot. We've got some other stuff coming up. Like I said, we'll test these out, and then we'll test the powder and kind of walk you through the process of how I do that. And then we've got a budget gun that we want to look at and see if we can buy an inexpensive gun off the shelf, and how well it shoots, and if we can make it any better. So, like I said, thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful. And I hope you subscribe, and stay tuned, hit the notification bell, and you'll get notified when we post future videos. Thanks a lot. God bless, guys.